Guys, sorry, I haven't been posting. I have been a little busy lately. I hope I will be able to post more often. This video will be about bisexual women and sexuality. Let's get into it.
I am lesbian, but I have a boyfriend.
I already have to stop the video because are you on about? You can't be a lesbian and have a boyfriend.
I am lesbian, but I have a boyfriend. And before you go assuming things and throwing tomatoes at me, let me explain. Also, if you do have an explanation of this and an actual term for it, please tell me, but I'm not really too sure. I do agree that if you are a woman and you date men, that you cannot be a lesbian because you are dating a man. But, I don't really know how it is because I don't have any attraction to men. I don't like men. I have never liked men. The only man that I actually like is my boyfriend. I have never had a crush on a man before him, and I probably will never have a crush on a man after him. Actually, I know I will never have a crush on anyone after him. I'm very, very, very attracted to women. So because I don't like men and I'm very attracted to women, I am a lesbian. The thing is, I don't know what makes me so attracted to my boyfriend. It's just because he is my boyfriend. And you could be like, oh, but you're gay since you are dating a man. But then what do? Do I call myself a lesbian if we break up? Because that's weird. I was a lesbian before him, and then I'll just be a lesbian after him, but then with him I'm just gonna be bi for a random reason. Or I still think that I'm lesbian because I don't have attraction to men. You can let me know your opinions. I can also change my opinion. This is not something that I'm really, really set on. And that's Raven.
Aren't bi for a random reason. You would be bi because you like all genders. Then we have this. Even if you liked one guy, doesn't mean anything, he is still a guy. I hate when people say this. Like, many people like labels for many reasons, and just because you don't want to use labels doesn't mean other people don't want to use labels. Labels can be complicated, and many people after multiple years of exploring labels still struggle finding the right label, but you can't say, let's drop all labels and love who we love, because you don't want to use labels. But let's move on to another video. I like it when we kiss with a tongue. My boyfriend is actually a straight, cis man, but okay. There is another one. Just another word for nothing left. For the second time, your man isn't a spiritual lesbian. I do think a lot of this comes from internalized homophobia and misogyny. A lot of bisexual women are told they aren't queer enough, are confused. And more so, I feel like some bisexual women will try and get away from the bisexual label, which means this stuff starts to happen. And yeah, I say misogyny because only bisexual women are seen as less queer. Or like they did something wrong if they are dating the opposite gender. This video right here explains it so well.
I saw a video saying something along the lines of queer girls who have boyfriends, it's okay for your boyfriend to not be spiritually a lesbian, he can just be a straight man. And while that's obviously true, because baby girl, that is a man that you're dating, your grown-ass man boyfriend, a lesbian, absolutely not. But being a feminist, I always tie everything back to misogyny and the patriarchy, and I'm about to do it again. I think a big part of the reason that bi or queer women do this thing of calling their boyfriend lesbian coded or spiritually lesbian is because they want to reduce their proximity to a heterosexual relationship as much as they possibly can. And I think this is at least in part due to the way misogyny presents itself in the queer community. Please hear me out. I'm not defending this behavior. Please hear me out. There are lesbians that won't sleep with bisexual women who have been in sexual relationships with men because they believe that these women are somehow tainted. The whole idea of being a gold star lesbian is rooted in the belief that a woman sleeping with a man makes her less pure than if she had not done that. And you'll see people openly saying that they're a gold star lesbian who only wants to date other gold star lesbians because they do not want to be with a woman that has been tainted by a man. This can all be thought of under the umbrella of biphobia, because it is biphobia, but this specific kind of biphobia stems directly from misogyny and the patriarchy and misogynistic rhetoric about virginity, purity, chastity, and what have you. So when queer women do enter relationships with men, I think there is this degree of not wanting to feel ashamed, not wanting to feel embarrassed because of the community's perception of them now that they've chosen to date a man. And a part of it most definitely is cope. So for some women, pure copium. The fact that they're dating a man instead of a woman is deeply embarrassing to them, so they have to pretend like their man is some kind of spiritual lesbian so that other people don't judge them for their choices. But part of that embarrassment and shame that queer women feel from choosing to date a man is because of this misogynistic rhetoric that has seeped its way into the queer community. Dating a man in the queer community when you're not a gay man yourself is kind of seen as a mistake. It's seen as a moral failing when you could have been dating a woman instead. You can have your own thoughts and opinions about dating a man in this social and political climate, but to act like that takes away from somebody's queerness, or somebody should be ashamed of doing that because of their queerness, I think it's inherently rooted in misogyny, and it's something that needs to be weeded out of the queer community. This kind of rhetoric that it's embarrassing to date heterosexually doesn't exist for bisexual and queer men that are otherwise attracted to women. You don't see bisexual men shamed for having a girlfriend. You don't see people in bisexual men's comments saying that they should be dating a man instead. Men are not often opposed to dating other men because they've been with a woman. You see this same dynamic in straight women not wanting to date bisexual men because they've been with another man. It's the man that has done the tainting of the person that's been with them. And that concept is purely rooted in the patriarchy and in the concepts of chastity and virginity. To reiterate, stop doing this. Your boyfriend is not a lesbian. Your boyfriend will never be a lesbian. Your boyfriend is a man. I do think if we want to properly tackle this issue, we have to get to the root of the problem, which is biphobia and misogyny in the queer community that is negatively impacting queer women.
This is all for today, and I hope you enjoy this video. Bye, guys.